and welcome to the Kayden Show, today's best country mix. And joining me right here today is Deborah Lynn. Deborah, how are you?
I'm well, thanks, Kayden. How are you tonight?
I'm doing wonderful tonight. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So why don't we start by telling everyone a little bit about you and how you got started in your musical journey?
Sure, absolutely. So I'm a singer-songwriter currently. I guess I started out singing when I was really young, about 4 years of age, just kind of around town or my hometown
Hmm.
with my family. And then I loved singing so much. I took piano lessons as a kid, and I started to go the conservatory route, but I really wasn't into it. It was more about the singing for me. So I ended up taking pop music books to my piano teacher, and we would just spend the whole time singing. So I kind of dropped that whole piano thing. And when I was 15, my dad bought me a guitar, and I taught myself how to play guitar, and then during my teens started writing songs and that kind of stuff. And then yeah, it didn't really do much, just kind of my own thing. No gigs or anything like that until actually just a few years ago. I used to play just kind of for fun, and I kind of hung up my guitar for a while. I was in a kind of a unsupportive marriage my first time round, and hung up my guitar. And then when I started dating my current husband, he overheard me sing and play, and he said, "Why aren't you doing something with this?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. It just kind of brings back some tough memories or whatever." And he's like, "Well, I think you got something. We should kind of, foster it." And yeah, so he kind of brought back my love for music, and I started songwriting again, and gigs started kind of coming in, and that's kind of brought me to where I am today.
If you had the opportunity to collaborate with any singer in the world, who would you choose and why, Deborah?
Oh my goodness. 100%. That's a tough question, but 100% Ashley McBride. She is my idol. She is just so true to herself
Hmm.
and so cool. I love everything about her. So it would definitely be Ashley McBride. I mean, there's a long list of others as well, but number one would be
That'd
her.
be your number one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I mean, like Dolly, obviously, and Shania and
Yeah,
Miranda. Yeah,
yep,
exactly.
yep.
I get one.
So I know that you just made a brand new single called "Rose All Day." Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so one of my favorite things to do on a Saturday afternoon at the lake is to kick back with a glass of rosé. And I really wanted to do something kind of fun for this newest release. My last two songs were about relationships, and the first one was about, kind of letting go of a relationship that wasn't working. The second one was about kind of how everything happens for a reason, and it's called
Hmm.
something good, and it's inspiring and wonderful, but they're both kind of slow and ballads. I wanted to do something kind of fun, so I'm like, okay, there's so many. I want to do a summer drinking song basically, and there's so many whiskey tunes out there, beer tunes, that kind of stuff. I'm like, there's really nothing for kind of my demographic of the rosé wine, um, ladies of my age, if you will, right? Not just ladies, I mean men like
Yeah.
rose.
Hmm.
But yeah, so that was kind of my inspiration. So I'd written it, and then I went to my producer that I was working with, and I really had to kind of push him to go for this one because
Really?
it's not really his kind of 'cause he's a musician as well. He's
Got
a
it.
he's
Okay.
a recording artist, and I said, you know what? I have so many people that I've gone to gigs with that resonate with this that have been asking me. So we did a little bit of a co-write to make it a little bit more potentially radio friendly, that kind of
Got it.
thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, and came up with it, and I'm really excited about it. It's pretty. I think it's pretty fun, and yeah, kind of a cool tune.
It definitely is. I had a chance to kind of listen through it, and it's definitely one of those summertime get
Yeah.
up, even though summer's coming to an end, sadly. But
No,
yeah,
exactly. We did release it in at the first part of August, so I did
right.
get a little bit of summer. It was one of those things. I'm like, I didn't know if we should wait until next year, but I was so
Right.
excited uh, to get it out, and yeah, yeah. So and I really wanted to stay true to like the country feel. I didn't really want to go too poppy with it, so we've
Right.
got the fiddle in it and the banjo and tried to keep it, contemporary meets traditional. So hopefully that's what people kind of get from it.
Do you have any advice to those who might want to start singing, performing, or even being in the music industry? If so, what would you tell them?
Oh my gosh. Be patient. Be patient and be kind to yourself
Hmm.
because it's tough. It's a really, really hard industry to navigate.
Hmm.
And I mean, there are weeks that I say to my husband that, you know what, I'm done. I just, I can't do this anymore. You have to be okay to handle rejection, and that's something that I wasn't very good at. Now I'm getting a little bit better at it. And you know what? If
Hmm.
you don't like me, if I'm not your cup of tea, then that's fine because you know what? There's a lot of great songs out there that I don't love. So it's just kind of remembering that. Just be
Hmm.
kind to yourself and just if it's in your heart and you want to do it, just go for it. And don't forget to just continue to love it. Right? That's what we're doing it for is the love of it. So
Yeah, for sure. And you have a really good point because, not everybody's going to like the same thing that you're listening to. So it's
yeah.
one of those things to be able to respect others in that sense of things and respect yourself and know that you're doing good, just nobody's liking that actual, project that you're working on. And that's okay. Just don't let that, get to yourself.
Absolutely. And that's the hardest part, right? Is just yeah, is it's okay. It's okay that, not everybody likes it. We all don't like, we all have our preferences and
Hmm.
yeah, so but it's a tough one to follow through with, but it's an important one.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
If someone was to write a song about you or something that has happened in your life, Deborah, what do you think that they'd write about?
Oh goodness. Oh, that's a good one. Um, they would probably, I would hope they would write about my strength. I've been through I lost my mom when I was younger, and I've been through a pretty rocky marriage, and
Hmm.
was a single mom for a while, and here I am with a smile on my face, and everything happens for a reason. So I would hope that they would write a song about my strength.
Yeah, that's definitely. I could see that as a really good powerful song.
Hmm. Yes. I've got a couple in my in ones that aren't released or anything like that. But
Hmm.
obviously as songwriters we kind of well not everybody, but for myself I really draw from my personal experiences
Hmm.
and sometimes they go into a different perspective and things that didn't
Hmm.
happen. But
Right.
yeah, we all kind of, you know, draw from what, you know, what we've been through.
If you had the opportunity to play anywhere in the world, where would you choose and why?
Oh, the Grand Ole Opry. I know that's far-fetched,
Yeah.
but just because of the history that's
Hmm.
there, and I've had the opportunity to be there a couple of times,
Okay.
and to feel the energy from the crowd that's there, because
Hmm.
every single person sitting in that in the Opry is a music fan,
Hmm.
a lover of music, and to sing or perform in that kind of environment is incredible. I
Hmm.
had an amazing opportunity a few years ago, 4 years ago, to play at the open mic at the Bluebird Cafe, and
Oh
that was
wow.
yeah. So that probably would have been my answer had I not performed there already. But it was the same kind of experience, where everybody was sitting there and you could hear a pin drop. Just everybody was listening. And it was just that's an incredible bars are fun to play and all of that kind of
Hmm.
stuff. But like when you get a listening crowd, there's nothing like it.
Where can people find you on social media if they want to check you out, Deborah?
So they can check me out on, I have a
Okay.
website, deboralyn.ca. I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and everything is Deborah Lynn. So you can find me, Twitter and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Do you have a message to those who might be listening, watching, or to any of your fans out there?
Um, just thank you guys for listening to indie artists, especially. Thank you for supporting and yeah, just keep on supporting indie artists because it's difficult and all artists at that. And yeah, that would be it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Deborah, is there anything that I forgot to mention that you would like to mention?
Um, No, I don't think so. I mean, I could just kind of touch base on my summer and just give you a little blurb. I had the amazing, incredible opportunity to open up for Jade Eagleson this summer, which was just incredibly crazy. And I had my first experience of playing with a full band. I got to do 4 shows this summer with a full band, which was just incredible. I've always been just a singer songwriter on my own, just a girl and her guitar kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool. So yeah, I guess another message out there to people is just be open to new opportunities because when somebody first asked me to play with a band, I'm like, oh no, I don't do that. I'm just a singer songwriter with my guitar, but I would have lost out on these incredible opportunities. So
Yeah, absolutely. And I have talking with people that just prefer that, and I tell them like you're probably letting yourself down on a big opportunity if you don't have a band.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and it's kind of it's one of those things too. Now I've got that the bug for it.
Hmm.
So we've already got some things planned for some bands in the near future. So that'll be band shows. So that'll be cool.
That sounds awesome. And you have like your own band, or how does that
Yeah.
work?
Well, so for 3 of the shows this summer, it was they had a house band. They were at jamborees and festivals kind of thing. So they had a house
Hmm.
band. So I gave them my set list months ago and they worked on it. And I literally like the first time I played with a band, I literally stepped on stage and had never practiced, hadn't met the guys in the band.
Hmm.
It was terrifying, but it was so exciting. And then for the Jade Eagleson show, I have one of my good friends, Brad Harpel. He's an incredible guitarist. He put together the band for me. So the next couple of shows that we're planning to do, he's going to do the same thing. So it's not my band per se. So they're all from different bands, but
Got it. Hmm.
yeah,
That's cool. That's cool.
yeah.
Deborah Lynn, thank you so much for taking the time to come on the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. We appreciate your time so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.